Hello, welcome to NiiJii Capital Partners, the nuts and bolts of NiiCap. I'm your host, Marcus Greeno, and today I want to talk about a very important subject that really is near and dear to my heart, and that is the power of the rotating savings and credit associations. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, what is a rotating savings and credit association, or also known as ROSCAs? What's really interesting about ROSCAs is it always starts with the individual. So let's say we have the individual who might be, let's say, the leader. So you have the leader. Usually this person tracks down other people that they find to be trustworthy and not, let's say, for lack of a term, untrustworthy. And what they do is they gather everybody together, and what the whole concept of the ROSCA is to basically pool money together to help each other out. So everybody's helping each other. And so with this ROSCA, let's say, usually kind of how the terms are usually laid out by the person who organizes it. And once it's gone through a full cycle of everybody getting something, the ROSCA is over and you have to start a new one. And sometimes ROSCAs can be not just 5 individuals. It could be 40 people, 50 people, depending on how trustworthy they really are and if they're not going to run away with the money. Because I think that's the biggest thing. So usually what happens with the ROSCA is people usually pick their name out of a hat. I mean, that's the basic way to do it. Pick your name out of the hat, draw the name, whoever's name it is, they get the pot of money that month or that week, however you want to organize the ROSCA. And then that person takes it. And then maybe the next month, somebody else gets it. And then maybe the month after that, somebody else gets it. And you have all these rules in place too, because that's important. You have to make sure that there's rules in place, because what stops somebody from, getting picked and then, taking the money and never coming back? Or somebody needs the money really fast and they want to move up a space to get it. There's all these different rules you have to play. And what I find this ROSCA concept so interesting is that it's been around for centuries. South America, Africa, Asia, even North America, all have history of using ROSCAs in their communities, these different communities all throughout the world. And what I really like about it is the fact that it creates social capital, it creates community wealth, and it really helps people kind of pool their resources together for the benefit of all. And I really like the concept. And what I really like about it is the fact that there's this man by the name of Jeffrey Oshie who studied ROSCAs in America. And there are ROSCAs in America. The interesting thing about it is that it's all in immigrant communities. So what happens is that these immigrants come to America, they don't really have a lot of money or they have very little money, but then they start these ROSCAs and then they pool their money together and they help develop community wealth. So when I think of I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and there's a big Somalian population and they have all these different shops everywhere. And I was always curious of well, how do they get the capital to do that? And it's through the ROSCAs. Jeffrey Oshie has documented various immigrant communities throughout the United States who use the ROSCAs to create community and generational wealth. And not only that, he coined it as immigrants are using the ROSCAs to achieve the American dream. And I just find that so fascinating. And I think that there's a great opportunity to utilize ROSCAs in other communities, not just immigrant communities throughout the United States. But the biggest thing is you have to find trustworthy people. You have to set up the rules. And then once the ROSCA has gone full cycle, you have to disband it to start a new one. And that's really the breakdown of what a Rosca really is. If you'd like to know more information about it, or you'd like to learn more about how to structure and build one, you can come visit me, Marcus Greeno at NiiJii Capital Partners in Keshena, Wisconsin. And I'd like to say thank you, Waiwanan, Miigwech. This is the nuts and bolts of NiiCap, and I am your host, Marcus Greeno, and thank you.